I'm Pauline.
Hey, I'm Priscilla.
I'm Pal.
And I'm Samiron.
And welcome to the P3T podcast.
Woo! You sounded so. P3T podcast.
In the morning, when I wake up, I was feeling great. I know the song. It's my God is good. My God is good. That's the song I was singing.
So guys, welcome to this new episode. We're really excited to have you back tuning in. So today we'll be having an interesting discussion for our ladies and also for our gents. We'll be talking about beauty, which beauty standards in general, our thoughts on the matter, what we think beauty is to us, what society deems beauty to be, what has revolutionized the beauty industry or whatever, what beauty is basically. And let's just simply dive into it. So my first question for you guys is, what is beauty to you?
I can start because Pauline has a. Okay.
Yes, Bob?
So, I don't know. I think beauty is such a subjective concept, but I think the standard that what society has deemed beautiful right now is like a woman with natural features that also look like she has like a little bit of makeup on. I feel like the standards are defined by your beauty right now has been defined by maybe like lighter skinned, long haired, like a bit not too tall, like short-ish, let's say like 5'3", 5'4" type of woman. Maybe 5'4", no, but like anywhere between 5'1" and 5'4". What else can I say? Yeah, those main things. Maybe fashionable, and fashionable. Yeah, that is beauty, and maybe like a bit more like revealing clothing. That's what I would define as beauty, because I don't know, beauty is in to me, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But according to like what I've seen around, that is the version of beauty that I've seen. For me, that's especially like if I can talk about clothing, I love like floral, like people who love floral things. Like I consider that to be so beautiful. So yeah, I don't have like 2 pieces of clothing that are floral, but when I see people with floral things, I'm like, oh wow, that's so
Pretty.
that's so cute. Or like pastels, like people who wear that type of thing. I'm just like, wow. I don't have the energy for that, but that's so pretty. Yeah.
Pauline?
Yeah. I think when it comes to beauty, the question is what I think beauty is.
Yeah,
what beauty means to you.
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Not you mentioned, you talked about what you believe beauty is.
I think beauty is everywhere. I think beauty manifests in different forms, and I think for as long as you're the best version of yourself physically and also mentally, you are going to look beautiful. Because if you're the best version of yourself physically and mentally, so I feel like being the best version of yourself physically is often dependent on how well you're feeling mentally, like you can't essentially separate the two. So I feel like because when
I separate, I could be feeling great, but I really don't have the energy to pick out I never had the energy to pick out an outfit or try and make myself look present. But I'm feeling great.
So are you feeling great, really?
Yeah, because like I'll be doing a class presentation.
But are you though?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't have any care for like my. Okay. I'll put together something, but see every day I'm striving to put on a good outfit. Like maybe Sundays. But if I'm going to school, that's what happening.
Okay. So I think, in my point of view, when people are doing their best physically, and when I say their best physically, I mean like eating well, like working out, I don't mean like extraneous workouts, just like moving. You know, like you're not on the couch
24/7.
yeah, sitting in your own filth. You know, you're taking a shower. You're washing your face. You're brushing your teeth.
Bare minimum.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about bare minimum. But like you're present. You're not drowning in your mind. You know, like you're alive. You're awake. You're enthusiastic.
And you're going to do that.
You don't know. Oops, tough. But yeah, so like I feel like the beauty of being alive can be found in everyone, and I think to a certain extent it sometimes doesn't match up to the current beauty standards, because you know how many times, like when you have like a certain set of beauty standards, but you have people who are beautiful. When you have a certain set of beauty standards, but you have people that fall outside that set, most of the time it's not because of anything other than the fact that they're taking care of themselves. I think, at least in my point of view, I think there's a way you shine and you glow when you're taking care of yourself, you know? And I think that in of itself is beauty. You know, when you're going out of your way to do your skincare, you know, you're washing your face.
What kind of
you know.
skincare?
I'm kidding, I just have soap. But like, I guess there's also something to say about like the consumer side of it, where now we feel like beauty is equated to makeup and skincare. Anyway, that's a different question. The question I was asked was, what is beauty to me? And I think beauty manifests when people are at their best places, physically and mentally.
Wow.
Beautiful answer.
Nafaa kuwa poet.
That was the blush.
Too late.
Tamix.
I think I'd want to tell myself that beauty is inward, but frankly I don't know that I believe that. I believe beauty is basically in the eye of the beholder, like the eye, macho, what I'm seeing first.
I don't think I've ever understood that. So when you say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, does it mean me, I'm the beholder?
Yeah.
It's subjective to
It's
everyone.
subjective. Like someone can see Pauline and say, wow, she's beautiful. Another one will say,
Oops.
oops.
Like maybe somebody could like the color of your hand, somebody could be like, oh, I think black.
Would, yeah.
You know.
But see, there's also something to say, I guess, about the nini. The nini. Like the people who... Okay, I didn't need all of you to copy me. The people who say, like, certain colors, like there's something like skin tone, warm season, cold season, summer, spring. It's something to do with your, what do they call it? So there's your
undertone.
Skin tone, and then there's your undertone. So some people have darker undertones, and then when you have darker undertones, you're a cool person. Like your skin tone is cool.
Cool tone.
Yeah, so like cooler
when you're
colors.
getting your foundation.
Yeah, cooler colors. Like blue-based foundations would look better on your skin. But then if you have a warm undertone, then you have a nini. It apparently takes a while. It's also like dictates the jewelry you should wear. If you have cool undertone, you should lean more towards the silvers. And then if you have warm undertones, golds are more complementary. Yeah, but it's not about race. It's about your kitu. Yeah, like you can be black and cool toned or white.
What's
and
undertone?
Yeah,
If you strip the color, if you strip the brown from your skin, what remains underneath?
It's white.
Yeah.
No. So if you strip, so for example, if you take away the brown, forget white. If you take away the brown, there's still color that should be there. So when they are mixing foundation, if of course they'll add color to match your brown. But wakieka tu brown, ushaona vile brown inakaa. Unaona ikai kama nini, ikai kama ngozi yako. because your undertone is like olive or is like
Olive.
green.
Mine is white. Me, I don't
I
understand
thought,
what
see,
you're
it's
saying.
like light brown. See, I've scraped my skin.
There's something.
That's what I'm doing.
I saw somebody with some people say they use the veins to check. If your veins on your wrist are like greenish, bluish, you have a cool undertone.
Oh,
If
really?
they're-
Mine
But
is
almost everyone's a greenish, bluish.
yeah, exactly.
No, you should go to like a
Yeah, they're
Like a
specialists.
person.
They're specialists.
When
Is
I'm
it that
rich.
deep?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really never that serious. You can just keep trying clothes until you find the one that complements your skin
But
color.
even then, I don't understand that thing for clothes.
Me, I do. Me, I know there are certain clothes that make me look pararad.
Yeah,
There are
but
certain colors
Sorry.
that make me look
you guys
pararad.
know math part.
Matcha?
Game theory, food theory, film theory. Oh, you don't know any? Okay, anyway, he has a channel. He has four channels. And one of them is called Five. One of them is called Style Theory. And in that, he made a video about like this whole cool tone, what colors match with you, like what clothes colors matches with you, and he did a massive experiment. Like he had people take a survey, do a questionnaire, and it came inconclusive.
What do you mean inconclusive?
As in, people's results weren't
Matching up.
matching up. Like people's perceptions weren't matching up to what people in fashion right now are saying. If you're cool tone, you should wear these colors. Like if you're a summer or a winter or a what.
See, now me, I don't know about cool tone and these colors. What I do know is there are certain colors on me that look horrendous.
I think maybe that might be a subjective
I know.
opinion.
If everybody in this house has agreed, I look para. I'm pretty sure I look
okay.
para.
You have an example?
Like really, really dark, like really neons. Neons generally make me look a bit washed out. And then also dark greens. My mother has told me. But for dark greens, it's weird because some dark green, emerald doesn't look too bad. But like the kawaida dark green looks a bit funny. Yeah, like swampy green looks a bit funny. My mother is usually like, you look like you're going like I'm But yeah, see, no, it's a good job. We love you. You build our homes, you know. But yeah, so I totally understand though where they're coming from because me, I've seen there are certain colors they don't work.
But you know what I think? I think it's on a basi. Sorry, I don't think it can be generalized. The way people are trying to like make it scientific and generalize it. I think number one is maybe subjective according to you, your family, and your tastes. And two, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, you see, I think there's something to be said about because sometimes people look bad.
Yeah.
And everyone is in agreement
I
that
feel
they
like
look
they
I
bad.
don't know. Me, I've never seen.
Me, I think the only
You're
only
just
thing
a
that
nice
makes
person,
sense-
maybe. Because
I
me,
think
I
the
see
only-
people who look bad.
I think the only thing that makes sense to me is like dressing according to your body type. Because I know there are clothes that flatter me, and there are clothes I wear and I just look stupid.
For real.
So, like learning how to dress my body, I think that's my priority. But then all these other things, me, I don't care. It's a mambo. Okay, maybe because I'm darker skinned, I'd prefer to now where I am. I'm preferring to dress in more lighter colors.
You feel like it complements.
Yeah, but it's just figuring out.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about how you look, in my personal opinion.
I think so as well.
I find it necessary to figure out what looks good on me and what doesn't.
Okay, me, I don't know. Let me say that.
Sorry.
Continue, I'm still reading.
Tamix, did you share your point of what beauty is to you?
I was actually speaking.
Oops! They cut you off.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was basically saying that I'd like to imagine that beauty is inward. But like I said, there's something to be said about your outward. So basically, like how you dress, how you speak, how you smell.
Heavy on the
Heavy on the smell, yo.
Basically, if you're put together, you know, you can tell from someone's appearance, you can tell if they are like a helter-skelter kind of human being, or if they are put together kind of person. So
I am the form.
so yeah. So okay, all that to say, beauty is both inward and outward.
For
Priscilla?
me, oh thanks. For me, I think beauty is a mixed match of what Pauline said and Tamik said. I feel like beauty is in everything, and at the same time, beauty is how you portray yourself outwardly and also inwardly. Like for me personally, I'm not gonna lie, how someone looks or dresses, okay, for me, I prioritize that for myself. I like myself looking well presented, well put together, looking neat, classy, elegant sometimes.
All the time.
Usiwache kile kununua mayai. Lazima kuwe amevaa.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah.
No, kuvaa kama anaenda mahali.
Wacha mtoto avae.
Unaosha nguo yake. She's on nguo.
That's smart. You never know who you'll meet.
Exactly.
Lakini because of me at my last, do you deserve me at my best? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Umegonga deep.
But let's let your first intro to me be at my
Mimi nikuta nikiwa homeless bana. Unaona real one live.
Yeah, so I like looking presentable and looking well put together. I also would respect, or not respect, but I would like to assume or say that beauty is also someone who looks well put together. Like what Tamik said, look good. Not like extravagantly good, but like
Put some effort.
look okay, look decent. And also I'm very heavy on the smell because
Would you guys tell somebody if they smell?
I'd ask you to take a mint or
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I would.
Eh?
like
Especially if you're like all up in my business.
like the feet of the guy.
I sat next to him when I took Spanish class.
Oh my
1.5
god.
hours.
And you didn't tell him?
He has
I didn't like
smelly
him.
feet.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't tell a stranger.
He's
I'd
not
tell
a stranger.
friend.
He knew me very well.
Next.
Not very well, but he knew me at that point.
Terrible feet.
Like, okay, so let me ask you, like, if one of us was smelling, would you tell us?
I don't know.
Ah.
I'd want to be told. Tell me.
Please tell me.
I'm so conscious about how I smell
Smell.
in my breath. Like what? I'm
Can I
so
just
conscious.
say?
That's why I carry like 70 tropical mints in my bag.
Can I just say that like around where I live, people don't have access to like deodorant or like things that generally make you smell good or prevent you from smelling bad. So because I understand that not everybody has access to that, and so many people around where I live work like manual labor jobs, then obviously you're going to be like sweating, and obviously you won't smell like a fresh of breath air by the time you're like entering the mat to go home. So I try as best as possible
Not
to judge
Mm-hmm.
and not point to judge, because I know like okay, I don't know but you know that you don't have like maybe the access to these perfumes for 2,000 bob, because 2,000 bob is legitimately what you're using to feed your family.
Yeah.
So
But now my
that's why.
question is us, the people around you, who you know are capable of self-grooming, you wouldn't tell us?
I don't know, maybe like I'd point it out later on. I'd be like, hey, I maybe like try using a video, but not in the moment. If
I mean, obviously not in the moment. There's something to be said about grace, but
yeah, my policy is if I critique you or say something about you to you that you can't fix within the next 5 minutes, then it's not worth mentioning.
even like a friend. I know that policy for strangers, but like a friend.
If you can't fix it, like I'll help you. Like maybe if, for example, you're like, I don't think like your breath smells too great. Yeah, I'll offer you a mint. Like I'll I have a winter and I'll offer you one. But I want to be like, your breath smells, like, fix it. But,
No, I think you're oversimplifying. Because I'm not saying that you just walk up to someone and like you're talking to someone and be like, oh yeah, your breath smells bad. Well, yeah, like especially not in front of people, like not in an effort to embarrass them. But like if we're just talking and it's just the two of us, or even if it's not just the two of us, like you pull me aside and be like, yeah, today.
I'd offer, like, if in a group of 4, I'd offer all of you.
You means, yeah.
I feel like I would tell, especially like a friend. I wouldn't tell a stranger or like someone I don't like, but a friend, I feel like I'd pull you aside and be like, it's not working.
The only thing that I do, like, outwardly is like if Karen's lips are dry, I'll force Vaseline into her hands. I'll be like, put oil in your lips.
Okay.
That's it. But other than that, like, she's only, that's the only instance, and she's the only person that I'd do something like that with.
Okay. I guess, yeah.
Dinner. Oh, sorry.
So, for me, just to now simplify everything or summarize everything, yeah, I think also beauty is within. But the first representation of you is how you are outwardly. So I think outward appearance wholly matters for me. Just look well put together. I think that is what beauty is. Beauty is in everything, but it's also in how you conduct yourself and how you portray yourself. And I like what Tamix mentioned, also in how you speak. Like, there are some people who are just deranged.
Is it that like crazy?
Yeah, that's a bit of an extreme term.
Like, no, okay.
Wait, sorry, what do you mean by deranged? Maybe explain that.
They are deranged in their thinking.
Okay.
They
That's still a bit of an extreme.
they're crazy in their thinking.
Okay.
Like, it's okay to express your views, but then there are people who just verbally diarrhea. Like, they just can't, they don't have a point of sense.
Like that guy who texted in the group that you're in. What did he say? You women have no one. Stay away from
Exactly.
women.
Yeah. He was saying,
I don't know, Mizuo.
like, he said
He's saying
women
it in a group full of
women. 70% of us are women. He said, Ati, men are dogs and we are the tail. Women are the tail, rather. Yeah. Yeah.
I fell under YouTube. You know the comment sections under YouTube. I don't know if you all spend some time there. Like me. Yeah, so I saw another one where they were talking about, what were they talking about? They were talking about I can't even remember what the video was about. I just remember the comments were just, there was one guy that commented, can we all agree that this all started because women were allowed to vote?
Oh my god.
And I was just like, yo, you said that with chest, sir. You said it with chest. But yeah, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so there are people who have like a deranged way of thinking. And I think in as much as you might be attractive, physically, well put together, that just waters down everything. If you have a terrible mindset and you just have, what is it called? Out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. If your heart is black, your mouth will just speak darkness forth. And if you have such an aura, such a vibe, it just waters down your entire beauty or whatever essence of beauty you even had on you. So, let's move to the second question.
Can I contribute?
Yes, love.
I feel like my interpretation of the question was so like outward. I thought we were just going to talk about like outward beauty. Yeah, I agree with the inner beauty thing. Like I believe that there is inner beauty. I hold that to a bigger extent than inner beauty. Because I feel like
Outer beauty.
I hold inner beauty to a better extent, to a greater extent than outer beauty. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Like I don't look at people and first of all, I don't think I even have a solid type. Yeah.
This means down, this means up.
Oh, okay. So It's okay, thank you. So I don't think like I have like a definitive type. So yeah, for me beauty is like based off of your personality. Like if you're kind, if you're if you have grace, basically if you're not like me in the way that I'm aggressive. Those are the type of people I find beautiful instantly. Like
For real, you don't have a type?
imagine, no?
Let me ask you
I
guys a
started them and I
question.
thought,
You see, there's that kwanza nyinyi psychology students.
Yes.
There's the psychological tendency of human beings to find everyone they find beautiful, kind, nice. You know, like there are people who go out of their way to ruin that image, like people that are just absolute trash. You know, but there's also something, you know, I'm sure you've had these conversations about pretty privilege and how pretty people don't typically have to like struggle to socialize
Yeah.
because they are perceived by everyone they meet as kind. You know, like they don't have to prove that they are kind and they're nice. So
Yeah.
when you say like inner beauty, all of that, do you think that's just a working of your psychology doing what it does best?
maybe, but let me like speak for me. Like, let me give an example of one of these girls in my class. She's genuinely such like a great person, and she's in debate with me. And she's genuinely such a nice person. And last week, on our last tournament, she made it to the finals. She won,
Wow.
and she made it to. It was her first ever finals, and in the style of debate that we do, you need to, people can like interrupt your speech and ask a question. So but you have to permit them to like ask their question. So they just like raise their hands or they like say like PI, point of information. So she didn't have time to take any point of information because she had so much to say. Usually, like other debaters, somebody will like raise their hand and like you'll be told keep it to yourself. Or like nobody asked for that hand. You know, people will be so mean to you. And now she's just like, no guys, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to take any better information. I really wish I could, but I have a lot to contribute. So I'm so sorry. Please, like, no badgering. Please be kind. You know, and even when she was done with her speech, she apologized that she didn't take
The POIs.
their POIs. You get that is an example to me. That's an example of a genuinely beautiful person inside and out. And yeah, she's pretty, but the description of her I have, and I met her Kitambu in one of my psych classes, and she would like, there's this guy who was targeted for his opinion, and she would at least try to like keep the peace, you know. So that's me. It's like I don't know. Sometimes yeah, there are beautiful people outside, but maybe the inside informs the outside.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
yeah. I understand what you're saying, but now for this girl, let me ask you: before you ever interacted with her, and like let's say you were just seeing her walk across the street, would you be like, oh yeah, that's a very beautiful girl, or do you now see her as beautiful because of the way she behaves and the way she carries herself?
I think she's. So you see the other thing about like me not like having an opinion of like beautiful or handsome or whatever. I think she has good style. She does have good style, and she is pretty.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just see people and I'm like, wow. Like I point out more external factors, things beyond your skin. So maybe like your clothing, and maybe your hair. Your hair is something that will inform me. That's something that I comment on, like actively. Sorry, Priscilla.
I feel like for me, in my head or in my POV, you're a TikTok girl. Yeah. In my POV, I think there's a difference between attractiveness and beauty. I would probably think that if let's say I were to meet that girl who has beautiful features, then I would say I think they're very attractive. I think they have attractive features, in my opinion. But I feel like for me, beauty has more weight or holds more weight in terms of even their personality.
Okay.
I think someone who's beautiful has a good balance or a sort of balance between their attractiveness and their personality. Yeah. So, it's me. Sorry. The second question, guys. Yeah. So I think maybe you've touched on this, but who decides who or what is beautiful?
Society. You know, the trends that are set by let me say like maybe celebrities and people that run the beauty industry.
Yeah.
So you can't have let me talk about fashion because that's something that's trending. You can't have one style be dominantly popular for a very long time because other people will stop buying your clothing. So you bring in a new style. Like right now, the dominant style is like 90s, 80s, like vintage type of looks. Yeah. So even today, Tamiron has worn mom jeans. So
Yeah.
so that shows.
Sorry, I don't know why your face looks so fun.
So it shows the type of like dominant style that we have. And then not long after this, maybe our children will want to do like Y2K and have like skinny jeans again and so
Y2K?
yeah, the year 2000 if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh. So
It sounded so familiar. I remember. Okay.
so they're not like early 2000s type of fashion. So right now low rise jeans are coming back, but not that it's not that popular, right?
Which jeans?
Low rise.
What's
It's
a
not
low
that
rise?
like
The opposite of high waist.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, same.
I don't like
Same,
that.
same,
I
same,
don't
same,
like
same.
them.
Correct.
I feel like they only suit a specific body
Body type,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like now maybe when we get there it will change. But anyway, the point is that fashion keeps changing and the beauty industry keeps changing because then you won't have consumers if your fashion stays the same or if the beauty industry stays the same. So yeah, society. The people who run the industry are the ones who determine it.
But it's okay. So, question. What about in societies where there exists no beauty industry?
Like
I don't know. Ancient societies. Who determined the standard of beauty?
I think their society.
So then, did women also
Patriarchal.
determine the male standard of beauty?
no, because women are the ones who are being desired. Like let's look like at it like kitambo like Western the European world, yeah. Women needed men for survival. So you didn't particularly have a say on who you married in terms of like their looks, just basically in terms of like their athletes. Even in athletes, take Africa for example, the man who came to ask for your parents for hand in marriage to your parents was a man who your parents knew could take care of you.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. Like it didn't matter about the man, but the woman needed to be pretty for the man to desire.
No, I think I disagree
What?
because there are anytime we read like African literature, definitely a woman's beauty went farther than a man's beauty, but there was still male standards of beauty. There was still a certain type of like in the Maasai, I think like men who are tall are considered very
Could jump higher.
and who could jump high are considered handsome.
Okay.
In like I don't know, Nordic cultures, very hairy men are considered handsome. Even in like not African American, Native American cultures, I think they also have the like men with a lot of hair are considered handsome. Let's not even go too far. Look at Men's Health magazine. Who has been voted sexiest man alive in the past like 4 years? It's been the same type of man.
Yeah.
It's been David Beckham, Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, like tall, buff. Yeah, so I think there definitely is something to say about a male beauty
standards too.
It probably just does not equate to as much social value as the female beauty standard.
Yeah.
You feel like it does?
For real.
Contribute.
Oh, hi. My name is Karen. Yeah.
Sometimes, no say it full. I sometimes produce this podcast.
Yeah, no, really. It's Nani, if you haven't sent our episodes with thread, otherwise known as B3T, you should check them out. One of them talked about how like you never see. No, I don't know if they're the ones who talked about it. Gosh, I might be promoting rumors, but go check them out regardless. One of the but if it isn't, then think about like all the women on like magazine covers today in 2023. You might see you have higher chances of seeing like a plus size female model than seeing like a plus size male model.
Yeah.
There's so much more body positivity for women specifically now. Like if it doesn't matter what size you are, you rock your bikini, girl. You know, if you're a guy, you're a bit very shirty.
Yeah.
You know, and so you see a lot of guys who aren't that
confident
in their bodies, about their bodies.
Maybe that's why they all become gym rats. Because they're like, I need to get buff.
They
Not all.
become gym rats because of Heart Week.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's any better.
But even like if you look at like studies, whatever, on like Tinder, all these dating sites, shorter men, and it's short men. Yeah, it's short men. They don't attract, like they don't get swipes because girls are just like, I want a 6 foot. I want a 6 foot man.
So maybe it's just from like toxic culture and society.
Is it toxic? It's just attraction.
Culture and society. I don't know if it's like attraction. Imagine.
Really?
Like, okay, like, I think it's the unwillingness of people to find other people attractive.
No, see, now here's my thing. Attraction is not something you control.
I think it's subjective.
But attraction is also a very useless metric, like you've all said. You know, like you may not be physically attracted to someone on the onset, but you still end up being really good friends and even end up maybe developing a long-lasting romantic relationship. But the onset, you don't find them attractive.
So I think people are not willing to date outside of those who on their onset they find attractive. Like there's so many people who say like I married a guy or a girl who was not particularly my type.
I don't think there's anything wrong with them saying that.
I agree with you, but you see that there's not that many people who do say that.
I feel like because at the end of the day we can't all marry our type. Because there's not an infinite amount of number of people, of men who look like Chris Hemsworth or women who look like Margot Robbie. You know, like there's not an infinite number of people who exist that look like that. And the ones that exist that look like that are way out of your league. So, like, I think it's okay to have these, like, idyllic images of the opposite sex that you find attractive, but don't let that be your end-all, be-all. And I feel like it's not, because if that was the case, then very few people would be getting married.
That's true. That's true. You know, I was actually thinking about it. You respectfully, you look at someone and you're like, how did you even get married? Respectfully.
That's so mean.
For real.
Because physically, they don't look like the current beauty standard or the ideal beauty standard. So I think now more than ever is when I'm realizing people. I'd argue that let me not say majority, but a huge chunk of people don't necessarily marry their type.
Yes. Yeah. But I think we think about like type and attraction by physical features.
Yeah.
Only we forget that attraction also involves like how this person treats you. Their level of intelligence.
That's how people end up getting married.
Their humor.
I mean, that's true, and no one is refuting that. But right now we're talking about physical appearance. Immediate. Like if this man walks across the room, is your head turning?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's your future husband. It just means he's physically attractive.
I have a friend who has written off all men that her head will turn.
That's a green flag.
For her, if her head turns for you, immediately no.
For real.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Because her head turned for one man. No,
Now that's the other problem. People who are generally like physically attractive.
Personality.
Yeah, someone was saying it's because they never have to build their personality. Because they never have to struggle to make friends. They never have to they're generally always socially acceptable. So they hit their 30s and they don't have a personality.
You guys feel like a part of them beauty standard? You feel like people would like you're a head turner?
I don't think I am.
Even me, I don't think I am.
I feel like if I was a head turner, I'd have a boyfriend.
email demographic. Pauline's DMs are open.
Yes. Is it PK Wawas?
No, it's underscore. I don't even know.
So
what
that's
it
on
is.
a
Underscore
zip line.
JK.
It's JK.
Yeah.
JK Wawas.
So
You guys know what that
Why is
means?
this JK? You know,
Yeah.
like Polly just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh, funny!
Why is it Paul just kidding?
Because my name is
My name is not Paul.
My name is Pauline. So Paul.
Just kidding. Oh.
It's such a funny thing in my head. Like I think about it and I laugh so much.
Gosh.
What are you? You
Are you a
answered.
head turner?
My hair is. My hair is. Yeah, it turns people's heads. Yeah.
Fair.
Tamix?
I don't know.
I think it's the same concept. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
No, I'm talking about you. It's your young girl.
Do you think you as a person you're a head turner?
That's it.
That's the question.
No, there's,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no such thing, you guys. There's no such thing as do you think you're a head turner. You're either a head turner or not. Either heads turn or they don't. There's no
I think it depends. It depends on the side of the bed I wake up on. Like if I decide I'm going to dress, I will dress.
And you will be
And I'll be a head turner.
Okay.
Yes.
Me, the anytime headstand is in a working care, people are like, are you doing? Tell me why. In Maguna's supermarket, somebody is telling us, hi, are you twins? Bro, me, I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to leave Miranda County. I'm not trying to
No, you used to say it like questioningly.
Like, you know,
They're
like,
like, hey, you guys are twins. You can tell he's interested in like trying to like shoot his shot. And we're like, Maguna spell on my friend.
you know the people who just fetishize like the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Oh.
twins. That's the only time that people like stare. So we're not head turners, we are starers. But this just because we're twins.
Pauline umesema mimi sio head turner.
Ati asi ujijibu. Jijibuye.
Are you a head turner, Karen?
No.
Tamiron, uliansa.
Sijui, but I don't think so.
Yeah, cause
I guess I don't think so because, like, in the spaces that I am, I don't necessarily attract people to me. You get, but I see other people attracting people to them.
Same.
You get. So I saw this one time in a video recently. So, someone was addressing the issue, quote unquote, of being the unwanted friend.
The dove.
And I was like, guys, where were we rocks?
Since in America they call them
We're
doves.
not dumb, we're not ugly.
No, you're not. Like, look at me. Am I a duff?
You're not a dove.
That's what we're saying.
Exactly,
It's
but
not
you're
that you're
not-
ugly.
Yeah.
You're
It's
just
just
not.
not-
You're not the
That one,
person
yeah.
that people approach.
Oh my god.
I don't like that. That's
it's a
sad.
painful reality.
Yeah.
But it
You
is
learn
a
to live
reality.
with it.
Yeah, I think everyone just learns to live with it.
I'm not living it, especially in my university. I have oddly enough, she's called Pal. Pal is pretty. By all, not his
I need to meet your
Pal is
friend.
pretty.
And now, just call her. Don't call her pal. The listeners will be confused.
Oh, I have a friend.
Wait, why would you anika her on the podcast?
No, she's just very pretty.
No. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
just say her second name.
Okay, I know a girl called, she's called Mudoni. And she's very pretty. And like every time I walk around campus with her, and it's never, I'm just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Jesus, you're
Imagine
protecting
I
me
get
from
you.
all of these predators.
Amen.
It's okay. One day we'll come here and talk about our wonderful boyfriends and husbands.
Hey,
That's
can't
right.
wait.
Not being
You guys,
single,
maybe
not
we
being
move on
good.
from this subject. We
Oh.
sound. I don't like how we sound. What's the next
Yeah, maybe.
question?
Wait, what do you mean you don't like the way we sound? I thought that was a very like real, honest
Yeah.
conversation.
It was a good conversation. It
Okay.
should be kept in.
No,
No, give your
I'm not
opinion.
refused. It will be kept in.
No, I just wanted to know like your opinion.
Oh wait, I just don't. I don't know what to tell you. Let's move on.
We sound like we're saying, please, I want a boyfriend. And somebody come
Cry
and
for
marry
help.
me."
Yes,
It's not, by the way. it's not. We're happy.
We're happily single.
No, it was going well. Talking about our struggles. But then at some point, it started sounding like we're crying.
Okay, take out the cry.
Ungesema tu hivyo,
Kama hiyo ni tunaambia, toa hiyo kulia.
you need to cuddle.
Okay, to the third question, guys. What are the cultural differences you've noticed in the standards of beauty? Or, yeah, just like to mention a few. What comes to mind?
Sorry.
Continue.
Yes, Polly.
No, I feel guilty.
Well,
Just
okay.
Okay. There's so many I think that exist across the world. It's impossible to name all of them.
Yeah.
But the ones that spring to mind are like the straight teeth and like gapped teeth. You know, like in the West, having a gap in your teeth is not necessarily considered beautiful, but here a lot of people would consider that beautiful.
Yeah.
I think there's a culture, I'm not sure where they are, but there's a culture where they want the feet to look like this. You don't know what this is because you're listening, you're not watching. They want their feet to look curved and then folded in. Yeah, it's very painful. It's very, very painful. So, like, they have certain shoes that ladies wear.
Is it in Asia?
Yeah, and then they wear it for like the rest of their life. So by the time they're like in their 30s, they're put on when you're like maybe 10, 11. Yeah, and so by the time you're in your 30s, your foot has like molded to look like that, and they consider that to be very beautiful. There's also like I think it's the Samburu who do the elongating neck. So they put the beads and they put a lot of weight so that the neck elongates.
Oh, they put weight on that. I know in Asia they put like rings.
Rings, yeah, they forcefully put rings on your neck
so that your neck
can
can go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's just like but you see now in those cultures that is considered beautiful. But if someone was to walk around with those rings, say like in the middle of America, everyone would just be like, yo, what's wrong? What's sour? Yeah, so those are just the ones that come to the top of my head.
I think one is like the degree of somebody's curves. Let me say that. In an African society, being like having a bit more weight on your body is considered to be beautiful. In some cases, okay, the more westernized you are getting, the less that's becoming the norm. But I feel like even like men are not as opposed to having a woman who has put on a little bit of weight here than like abroad, like there, or even like I know in like East Asian countries, like it's very, even their clothing sizes, like large there is maybe a small here. No, yeah. So it's very like it depends on like the slimness or the non-slimness of a woman. I don't know what to call it. Don't cancel me.
Is it?
Of a woman. Just how you look and how much weight you have on your body is
in certain areas.
Yeah. Not even in certain areas. Just sometimes it's just in general.
For real?
So now when you go to the West, now it's in certain areas for some time. Like right now, I know like BBLs and all of that, they're not as popular. Now people are going back to the all natural because everybody has now gotten a BBL. So now what makes the celebrity stand out? Going back to natural. So it's so it's for that one it's times and seasons. But like on a consistent timeline, generally African cultures, maybe I think even Middle Eastern cultures prefer girls who are a bit like they're fine with, let me not say prefer, but they're more tolerant of women who have put on a little bit of more weight. And then Western and Eastern cultures, I don't think so much. But don't come after me, I don't know 100%. It's my opinion. An opinion can be wrong.
Yeah.
There's this tweet I saw. I don't know if it was a tweet or it was a comment, but some guy was saying, I don't know if you leave this in, but anyway, someone asked, like, the conversation was about what men find beautiful, and I think that comment section was my favorite thing because, like, you could really see different people manifest. Like, there are some men that were like, oh man, like really, really skinny ladies, and then there was one who commented, you're not a lady until you're at 180. I think that's like 80 kgs. It was so funny.
Gosh, that's 90.
That's 90
Yo.
kgs. Yeah.
But you're not a woman until
You're not a lady until you're at 180. So like to him, it wasn't to say like other women are not beautiful, but to him the type of women he finds beautiful are the heavier
That's
set
right.
women. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just like a wonderful manifestation of beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
You know, now that you said that, I think it takes me back to when I was in Uganda. When I was in Uganda, I was definitely a hitana. Because it was a lot. I don't think I ever experienced. Actually, I have never gotten that much attention ever from anywhere else. So coming back to Kenya, I was just like, y'all don't appreciate me. I should move back.
Can I carry my
Never
Uganda?
go back.
But
Actually depends. Yeah.
No.
You go there, you start kneeling.
No, thank you. Priscilla?
Oh, I feel like I wanted to add on to what Pearl was saying about for what I've seen culture appreciating as beauty, especially with some fishy men that I have talked with. Like, I don't know if it's appropriate to say nyash here. Can we say nyash?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like a lot of men that I've interacted with kind of like the nyash. A lot.
Sorry. I don't know when my mind the word a lot registered as a little. My bad.
Yeah, a lot of men that I've interacted with like tend to say women with nyash like is the ideal type of woman, and also women with bigger busts. And then there's this ideal woman like a whole is it time glass? Like an hourglass, yes, an hourglass figure. Like I remember even in primary when I used to write those insha's, Amina alikuwa mwanamke mrembo sana, alikuwa na kiuno cha nyigo, shingo la upanga,
macho ya shele,
Shingo la panga.
like a sharp neck.
Oh.
Like,
You are just what you all of that so that you could maximize the word count.
other than that, you could even tell, like when you read those insha boosting books, they kind of sifu a woman, like they kind of
sifu a woman.
Wanasifu mwanamke
Naam.
ambaye akona nyash, kiuno cha nyigu, shingo ya upanga na amebarikiwa hapa kwa kifua.
They want fat in all the right places.
Exactly. And yeah, so I feel like our society really appreciates such women, in my opinion. Even like you see in like, I don't know if you've noticed, in some online Instagram shops, the models that they use are women. Okay, for my FYP, the models that they use are like women with the hourglass shape.
But it's apparently, someone was saying like by demographic, it's a fairly common body type on these sides of the earth. Like Uku East Africa especially, it's a fairly common body type.
Okay.
Sijui kama ni ukweli ama ni rumors though. Enda ufanye research.
Uliambiwa tu?
Niliambiwa.
Una shida.
I've just realized. Oh, sorry, umemaliza.
There's something you had said about head turning. I also agree. It depends.
Oh, it depends
when
on.
I was in Dar.
You are a hitana.
Let me tell you how to leave my house with a chaperone. We had to like walk with my mom. Because unaenda kwa duka, nataka uwe mke wangu mama.
Gosh, these men are so funny.
No, I feel like we have like head turning moments and then we just have people who are shameless. Like one time, I'm in a mat. First of all, I'm sitting like I'm about to fall. You know, they used to that at the edge of
the seat.
Sitting at the edge of the seat, like I'm barely sitting on it. I'm basically hovering. I'm basically mostly outside of the matatu, and then this connector is asking me, "Unaweza wa conductor?" I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about my life. I think you can another race
That's so funny.
Hey,
Tunaweza wako.
Niliwaambia nini?
I just said, mimi nataka tu nishuke. life because the people who are sitting like on the inside the matatu, wako wamekaa vizuri, and I don't have the heart to like be forceful, you know. So I just ningangana tu ilikuwa tu, it was a short ride, so ningangana to that short time, and then I immediately gave him like fare and I left. I was like,
Oh my
god! So what do you have to say to that? And you look like you have children and a wife.
Man.
Yeah, so sometimes people like men and women are just mannerless.
Very.
Yeah.
Yes, Tamix ulikuwa na kitu.
I think I was supposed to say this, but then I got caught up. But I think another beauty standard that it's been pretty. It's been consistent and it's been sticking out for a vast majority, I'd assume, is like skin color.
Yes.
Like let me tell you, I love my skin 100, but I believe if I was lighter, I'd definitely be a high tan. That's what I'm saying. But like I appreciate I love my skin. Like I wouldn't think of changing it, but I honestly believe that if I was just a bit lighter, not even a bit, if I was lighter, I would be a head tanner.
Yeah.
So yeah, skin color.
So do you guys think that there's colorism in this country?
Yes. I think there's colorism everywhere. Period. I don't think we should specify it to a certain location. Yeah.
Here's my question. Because we still hear a lot of women saying tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You guys, you know what I found out recently?
Yes.
I found out the same thing.
When white women say tall, dark, and handsome, they're not talking about Idris Elba. They're talking about Ben Affleck. You guys know Ben Affleck?
With dark hair. That's what they mean. Dark.
That's what they mean.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's either hair or like them having a tan.
Yeah.
That's what they mean.
Yeah.
But essentially they're looking for
a white man. They're still talking about a white man.
For real.
But in our African context,
people still
you guys don't have like tall, dark, and handsome.
No,
Yeah.
people definitely are very much tall, dark, and handsome.
People are. I'm not saying that people are not, but I'm saying like a lot of people still prefer the Jaden light skin type.
Personally,
I genuinely think there's a difference between men and women. I think a lot of women like tall, dark, and handsome and don't really go for lighter guys.
Okay, maybe
You guys know the joke for light skin guys.
Yeah, I think what's just coming to mind is all those jokes.
All those memes about light skin. There was this one I saw. I remember I showed my brother.
Can I give context? William's brother is light.
Yeah, so it's like so the caption is when light-skinned men have nightmares. So the guy is asleep, amelala, and then he shtukas, and he's like, "Mimi ni mrembo." My God, you guys.
Let me back up my argument then. Exactly with those memes. Those memes prove that at least a significant amount of women prefer light-skinned men because, in quote unquote, one you are rainbow.
I think the joke is they are. I don't want to use these words because I feel like they do more harm than good. But they are not manly. They are pretty. They are like effeminate. That's the joke, I think.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't.
Yeah, so I think for men, a lot of men prefer lighter women and a lot of women prefer darker men. I think that's
For
the
real?
meaning.
Oh, it's just
In terms of face value attractiveness, not in terms of like long-term partnerhood.
Oh, it's opposite. Anywho,
Yours is opposite.
yeah, me I like light skin, yeah.
Oh, a rainbow.
So,
You are
So you
you reject. you take it
because
back.
when you did this, I was like, hey, Karen, let's sing. Okay. Now I know.
No, I'm like literally. You see, remember the guy I talk about Picasso in my hostel?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, the guy with the umbrella.
Yeah, the guy with the umbrella.
This guy, bro, kunajua, akona umbrella.
That guy.
You know, I just look at him like, ay, brother.
I can tell you, I can bet you 5,000 Kenyan shillings that man has a skincare routine. He uses.
It's fine to have a skincare routine, Priscilla. But me, my thing was, me, pal. Me, I'm walking around school. Yes, it's a somewhat, yeah, but hey, we buy hats.
But you know he has better
Got our own
skin.
umbrella.
Yeah,
He has
now he has better skin.
True.
Like I look at my skin and I'm like,
Yeah, the sun is actually quite treacherous.
yeah.
Hey, but I found it so funny. Like, and he was like, he was like, in that crowd of people, he was the only one. So it's
The confidence.
It was so
He loves the
funny. I'm
confidence.
just like, just confirm.
January,
Blend.
the spring semester, January, February, and March. I can tell you he's the only person who did not get sunburned in that school.
I don't think
He's
in
the
my life
only
I've ever gotten
person.
sunburned.
Even me.
Like you get darker,
hard.
not like okay, not like sun,
But
but
the
your
people
skin
usually
feeling,
feel
but you
pain
get
when they're
darker.
sunburned.
Yeah, like I've
We have
gotten
never-
darker, but
yeah.
I've never gotten the wounds.
I've never,
The
even me,
peel-
like
I've
my skin
gotten
has been,
peels.
but it's never been painful.
So that's still sunburn.
But
Yeah.
has it been painful? You know, people find it painful.
Yeah, but sunburn is also when you start peeling. It's not painful. There's like a
Some
degree of sunburn.
some people find sunburn painful,
Painful.
and I've never understood. Please comment in our DMs. First of all, if you don't follow us on Instagram, that's a crime. Second of all, comment in the comment section whether or not like your sunburn is painful.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we need to wrap this.
Man.
We need to wrap it up. So, guys, thank you for tuning in to our episode. We hope you enjoyed our content. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, as Paul said, at P3T Podcast KE, and also you can reach us on our email at P3T Podcast
You
KE at Gmail. Oh,
You swapped
I
it,
swapped.
yeah.
Okay, yes, sorry. Instagram is P3T Podcast. Email is p3tpodcastke at gmail.com. Our sponsors, tafadhali msitusahau. Sunvit.
We are
Sunvit.
calling you out.
Sunvit.
We see you.
I have called you how many times? 3 times. Sunvit, I am telling you, the Lord has called you right now.
Amen.
And has said you have to give us a sponsorship.
Hallelujah.
I have said it, and it shall come to pass. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So we are waiting on your call. Reach us on our email. Yes. We really
Tropical
appreciate.
heat tumehama kwenu leo. We really wrecked your salt and vinegar.
Yes.
Please, we want money.
Yes. We will promote you accordingly. Anywho, guys, we love you very much. Do listen to our other episodes. That
And
you
the
have found.
Coca-Cola.
Oh
Give
yes.
up. Imagine remember who they are.
You give up on the day you had the hood.
Eh.
Impossible. Ebu plug Coca-Cola.
At Coca-Cola, your brand ambassador awaits you.
Yote niko hapa. Nangoja.
_.nyambura.
If this the brand actually
Yeah, that one.
if this brand actually come to fruition, you know I'm going to start referring to myself as a prophet. Because they will really be calling on these people for
You're just calling God snack brand.
Professor.
Twitter tunauza land bana. Every day.
There's this land guy. Is it Goshen? Or
I
something?
think I've seen it.
Not Goshen. What are they called? That's such a nice name. And they take influencers in Prados, black Prados, to see land in Nanyuki.
Tunaenda kuona
Or
project for
they influence people and they get paid. I'm sure they get paid well.
pesa nipatie ploti.
Eh.
I
Okay.
mean, they probably give you a discount. How do you miss that?
I probably give you something.
So guys, it's a wrap. Yes. And it's a bye.
Bye.